language means. I really don't care what his position is based upon his political motives.
Tell everybody how much you love A10 News Media Group.
A10 News Media Group. I love them because they got the message to sports Negro up in California for burning them darkies from under the bridge and sending them to Flint because nobody recognizes the dark man no more. They rather to burn them out and talk about NRA, Negro raggedy ass, and you ain't getting no.
Yes, I had a cocktail.
Good morning, family. Salty Chef, good morning to you. Jazzy Melody, good morning. Wanda Smith, morning. Good morning to you, beautiful peoples. How y'all doing this beautiful morning? Marcia A. Talbot, good morning to you. Let me see, y'all coming in. Y'all didn't think I was going to be here early today, did y'all? Y'all thought I was going to be playing around. All in the queue, what it do, super producer? Good morning to you. Meat Freaks Barbecue, what it do, my good brother Maurice from Palaca, Florida, in the building. Man, yeah, this is Recall City right now, man. Recall City. Renee Jackson, good morning to you. And that's the sister from the Shy. Yeah, this Asaya Quill, that's AKA Mama Quill. Good morning to you. Good morning. Just text me. Good morning. Marshall Green, good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, just call Flint Recall City. Well, you know, we had to knew this was coming, so this wasn't nothing new. All right, Murphy, good morning to you. Judy and Liddell for about what, the 100th fucking time? I mean, the 100th time. I mean, to be honest with you, what you gonna get out, even replacing Judy, you gonna get what you just met. Good morning to you. Shit. Either you gonna get a Kate Fields or you gonna get a Judy. That's what the fourth ward gonna offer you. I ain't going. What it do, family? That they supporting from Philly in the building. No, man, these recalls, Liddell's, I don't know if hers going. Like I said, Liddell recall, I don't even know if hers is going through, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, it might go through because, you know, she done a lot of the stuff. Hers going to get approved, but I don't know. And plus, they doing it in the wintertime. It's going to be cold, and then, you know, everybody not getting along. Miss Spring, good morning to you. Miss Spring Heron. So you know how this recall thing gonna go. No games, good morning to you. What it do? Carl Lewis in the building. You know how that's finna go. So prayers. Whoever, Carolyn Hendricks, good morning to you. Whoever gonna be doing these recalls, good morning. I mean, yeah, my prayers. That's all I can tell you. It's gonna be so much hating. Maryland, good morning to you. Then if they don't get the people they really want in there, so you know how that's gonna go. So prayers to whoever gonna be behind that recall. I'll just be sitting back watching. Hopefully they can come together. But if not, Tom, Dr. Padroni, what it do? It's gonna be, when I tell you it's gonna be rough, these ain't finna be your ordinary recalls. Lil Mama, Grand Rising to you. I'm telling you, this is finna be like one of the roughest I done seen. I'm telling you, like I said, you don't know how it's gonna go. It might be some sabotaging, especially when it comes to that second ward. Man, Liddell having fun, man. Salty Liddell having fun, man. Top of the morning, Georgia Ward to you. Liddell having fun. It's like she know she know, as you can see, Latoya Collins, good morning to you. People gonna play. I just, for whoever doing it, prayers to you. I'm telling you. I hope you be successful. But watch who you bring into your inner circle. Believe me, the inner circles, people be coming, and that's where the game be coming in. That people will play games. Good morning to you, Denise. To Quila Williams, good morning. The games that's finna be played with them. Now, Judy, Vicente Dave, good morning. I don't know what you know what you're gonna get out the 4-4s. You had Kate Fields. And then you got Judy. So it ain't just, let's be honest. You ain't finna, it's like, it's rolling the dice in that 4-4. Long as whoever they get do for their war, cool enough. Cheryl Jones, good morning to you. Man, Cheryl. Jazzy Melody, it ain't nothing gonna happen. My good brother Marcus Fielder coming in from Fairfield, California. Listen, ain't nothing gonna happen. And you know, and I'm not one, to me, Cicero, good morning to you, good brother. To me, I feel like Liddell should be in trouble. Not just you know what I'm saying, because whatever that family was summoned down there by, you know what I'm saying, by Liddell. Judy, yeah, Judy do need to be recalled. But I'm telling you, don't expect help coming from that 4-4 for whoever get in that seat. Deborah O'Neill, good morning to you. I'm just telling you, be prepared. Go over, you know what I'm saying? Just be prepared. Eleanor Wicker, good morning to you. You got to be prepared. I'm dead serious. Just be prepared. But you need to work on that. And the way this redistricting is, that 6th ward, Lord have mercy. How they playing. So Tanya gonna need y'all help. Really, all them ones who fighting for y'all gonna need y'all help to get out there and come support them. Let them know they got y'all back. Cause it's basically what them recall is, to try to scare people. I'm glad. Clark, what up though? I'm glad that they did the recalls. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So you just got to know how to. Miss Gladys, good morning to you. You just got to see who you gonna get. Will McCobb, good morning. You just got to see who gonna, what side, who people gonna get out and come support. Mark 76, good morning to you. Megan Swanson, good morning. So you got to go ahead and hope that and pray like that. If the haters can get out their way, man, I believe this could be a successful recall. But you're gonna have to eliminate the haters. Tasha Lynn, good morning. And if you don't eliminate them haters, Judy and Liddell being recalled for about the 100th time. Yeah, even with Judy being recalled, I'm just saying, don't expect no help coming from that 4-4. It might be, you might get somebody that's really be for the people that want to come over there and get some help, or you gonna get some people like Judy. You thought Kay Fields was something, Judy Priestley. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Just like we can say, Bonnie Vanner, good morning to you from the New Orleans. Carson Newbar, good morning to you from the Sag Nasty. That's what I'm telling you, Cheryl. You hit it right on the nose. It's cold. It's gonna be cold as hell out here getting them signatures. It's gonna be cold as hell. So, however, you know what I'm saying. But you might have some people that's determined. The only one I'm gonna see gonna have a hard time getting up out of there is gonna be Liddell. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Somehow them signatures there. Kenneth, good morning to you. Them signatures is gonna always be like 200 short. Sherry Allen, good morning to you. And hit the like button, fam. There's 88 of us in here this morning right now. Go on and get the likes up for me. So it's always gonna be a little rough. Believe that. So but you better maintain the four that you got in there. That's the thing. You got to fight to keep. Otis Johnson, good morning to you. Bama's in the building. Keep them. You know what I'm saying? You just make sure, and like I said, Miss Bill, she won it, but as you can see, they gonna do it again. They're gonna make them do it again. So you can see an election. I don't, Mr. Classic, good morning to you. I don't see the mayor wanting that to go down anytime quick. He gonna try to fight that all the way to May, and then do the primary. I mean, do the primary in May, then do the general in August, because they know they want people. But you know what, Marcus Fielder, good brother, I ain't gonna say they just, and this is what I'm referring to. I'm not just gonna say that they dirty. Davina, she know the game, but that's like most of them around here, man. Don't think that Davina, it's a bunch of Davinas. It's just you're gonna have a hard time pointing them out. It's just up under this administration, Davina look bad. But believe me, you heard me the only one hollering about Inez Brown. Is how we got Liddell. So don't get it twisted, man. Davina playing the game that the ones before her played. It's just that, excuse me, like they say, you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Eddie Gray, good morning to you, good old brother, good brother. So you got to understand, man, all of them play this game. That's why you see so much. You would see the backbiting, the falling out, then they'd be back together. It just you got everybody want to be the top gun because they because the mayor Neely got up there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to give him his credit. That man came in and won. Now, how the city has went down the drain, yeah. But don't get it twisted. Darnell Dumas, good morning to you. Don't get it twisted. It's it's just it's crazy because I be having these conversations, man. And I truly believe we just got crumb snatchers, man. This is why he know he getting to do what he do. We got too many crumb snatchers. These people ain't really about community building or doing this and that. Everybody when they saw that 94.7 million come in, they forgot about the 800 million that came in. They forgot about getting the water fixed. That 94 million, they looked at it, it was like it's a come up. And I think that's what the ones who really calling it, they can see it. They see these people running around, acting half-ass crazy. Everybody want to be the, oh, you got to go through me to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? No, I haven't. You know, so you got to look at it. You got to look how this whole thing is playing around. Reed Johnson, good morning to you. So you gotta look at it. And then you have to, you know, when you're looking at it, the dynamics, you're probably not gonna see a lot of people, Marcia Tarver, when you see, you know what I'm saying, about when this voting thing went down. You're probably not gonna see a lot of people. So you know what I'm saying? Because some of those people, how can you be if you was voting for? I gotta get a part of that. I'm gonna quit getting hit with all this. Yeah, but nah, man. Andre Holland, good morning to you. You gotta understand, they people got in. You know, when they say elections have consequences, election also show you who was with you. And again, I don't know. A lot of these people be dealing behind. I just, you know what I'm saying. I'm hoping that they choose to, you know, I'm excluded up out of that. You know what I'm saying. A lot of these is, you know, it's a lot of friendships going on. And then with certain people, how you gonna be associated? You know what I'm saying? You coming over here, you can't get you know, especially when we, you know, might be going after the first ward. You know what I'm saying? Like, you heard me say it, and I'm gonna stand on it. Michelle Smith, aka Ann, how you doing? Yeah, and always the cover is gonna roll back. Right. And they just showing you who it is. I'll just be confused. Like I tell you, I can't play like that. Like 1 minute y'all could talk about each other and then be back over here. I don't get down like that. Once you cross that with me, just stay over there and I'm gonna do what I'm doing over here. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this stuff is like crazy that I be seeing. Like with and they say politics deals. And what up, good brother? And they be saying, Karaja Smith, good morning to you. And you just see it. Oh, that's a shame. It's 118 and we can't get them likes up. So you got to go ahead and there's a lot of people moving around down there. Yeah, you just got to really look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Mays, he should have extended on. People get, fair weather friends. Maurice Davis been told you that with these fair weather friends. Cameron Hardy, good morning to you. You know, and me, I don't, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like this politics shit has really stressed me out. But in the beginning, now after I see how people move and doing this, Diva Cam 13, good morning to you. And then when you look at the fake pages, and then what people got to understand, y'all know these fake pages is really people that we probably have been around. They just scared Bob Arrington, good morning. They just scared to just Jasper Burke, good morning. They really scared to let you know, like how I'm on here live, showing you who I am. Man, a lot of them people don't want to do that. Lorna, good morning to you. They don't want to do that. You know, to come on and really tell how you feel and not go behind people back. They don't want to do that. A lot of time, man, I don't believe the people, they really want to be doing that. I call this shit WWF. You would see people arguing, doing this, and they see each other, and it's just like, believe me, I done seen it. I done seen people fall out, be back together, you know, be trying to destroy your reputation, and then they'd be cool. Shit. And fires. That's what I'm telling you. These recalls, until they can, man, this is the most, and we thought Eric was on some dysfunctional councils. Man, rest his soul. That brother been gone, and this council has went down to shit like the city has. Ain't like the city recovered yet. So when you be hearing that from crisis to recovery, ain't no recovery around here. This just is. Once we realized what was going on, it was 94.7 million. That tell you all you need to know. That's really why you got all these beefs. Some got some didn't. Did the residents get some? No. Did certain residents get some? If you had a nonprofit, yeah. If you was on the end, if you was on inside the crew where you can get that FBI deal of friends, brothers, and in-laws. Facts. Yeah, but see that you know what, Diva Cam, they always need a victim. Remember, I mean, you know that they always need a victim. They needed to show that Eric was the worst. Michael B, good morning to you. They wanted to show Maxter, what it do? Hey, Maxter, that's how I feel. I feel like it. Yeah, he was the scapegoat. They was always gonna make Eric was gonna be the scapegoat. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny when you see the hell. Man, listen, Angie, when I tell you, I got a woman that was rolling with Harriet Tubman. Want to put my whole name out on Facebook. I never seen something like this. Like, I never seen it. And these so-called church people, I never seen some of the church, like, these religion folks are some of the worst people I ever seen in my life. Some of the worst people I ever seen in my life is in the church. They more crooked. I believe the people in the streets got more God than them. Oh, for sure. Now you supposed to take it. That's why, like, I try to win off all mine. Man, them women in the church are so wicked, but the men too. But I'm telling you, but I ain't seen when they saying with the men that where's the women that don't play these games at? To be honest, like I get it. You know what? I did want to say where her husband at, but I get it. Sometimes some of these women, man, you can't sit up there and tell what to do. You just gotta let them go ahead and bump their head. I know what he doing. Donnell Meredith, good morning. I know what he doing. Her husband probably just sitting back like, man, I ain't finna be tongue wrestling with you all day. This probably was the only thing she got going on in life. And it's crazy. It is, when I tell you, man, it is sweet cupcakes on break. Good morning to you. I ain't never seen so many people, like so many older, in the way they just lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. And just listen, I ain't never seen so many people. And then lo and behold, don't have no money. These so much of excuse my French, dick riders I ever seen in my life. Not all, but enough of them. A person they feel got some money, man, they'll run over there. You'll see them morals and standards. Ain't no morals and standards. Let me tell you, this is why Flint, when you can get people that got back morals and they can quit I want to go have a crab boil. Or I want to go to Vegas. I want to go here. It's like, I don't get it. Isaiah Thomas, good morning to you. Lasagna Larry, good morning. T, Taz Montana 313, that's T from the D. What it do, fam? I'm just looking. I'm just watching it. Until we can get people who more about, that's why you can have a mayor say, and don't, let me tell y'all something, family. Don't just take like this mayor. Much as low down as he is, believe me, he just came from some lower down people that he watched the game from, and he playing it how he supposed to play it. He understood the assignment. Is this what we asked? Okay, Michelle 69. Good morning. Believe me, he not the only one. What you seeing is, listen, he just was one. He just made it. Oh, that's what's up, man. Shit, I need him to do that for my YouTube page. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube page, man. Y'all know I'm over here trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it where I can be, where I don't be having to take so much stuff down to council, man. I don't be wanting to have to take my laptop and all this other stuff down there if I can be monetized. That's why I be telling y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe. Believe me, I've been over here working like a joker. I don't know what I done done. I feel like it's somewhere I'm getting blocked or something, but I got, me and super producer trying to figure it out. So, I'm getting some help. Fonda Brewer, good morning to you. Yeah, I'm over here. Facts. Mark, you hitting it on the nose. These ain't no moral people, man. These just want to, man, listen. I would love to just to sit back and be able to just go over it for y'all. You really y'all see it being playing out. My good brother Lumi in the building, Broward County 954. Yeah, man, it made people will lose their mind. Because what it is, man, they get listen, man, I'm telling you. And I know you hate hearing this, but whatever good part, we just gonna say, Mr. Thomas, good morning to you. We just gonna say Grand Blanc. Deborah Luna, good morning to you, man. Them people they will kill themselves to move. I understand that people moving because the water bad here. You shouldn't be having Just Oil Hair and Body Solutions. Good morning to you. You shouldn't even have to be Primo El Mundo facts. Money is they God. You shouldn't be having to bathe in that. But it's just showing you. You can see people that be living and can live in Flint, but right out in Grand Blanc won't throw garbage out, but throw it out riding around here. They not understanding. They houses, Flint could look, at one time it was looking nice. It's just the people that's in it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't keep your grass cut, your house falling down. But I feel like when you take the resources, you know what I'm saying? We have to be honest. When General Motors left, man, that took a lot of income from the city. You know what I'm saying? That people was working. So now you see all this, you see pop, they want to, I want to be a council person. I want to be on the school board. It's going to get me to here. It's not really to help the people. It's about helping their own. You know what I'm saying? You see it every time. Some people be broke, man, trying to get on that council because they feel they can get around because they'd be that council seat you know, that you having that one vote, people can come to you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to bribe people who don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you seen when Ashley Capital came, when you like Dennis, because Dennis probably not hurting. You know, Tanya got a few dollars. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna say dollars, but she probably, you know, she got her own crib. She don't have to do certain things. JWC. You know what I'm saying? She don't, you know what I'm saying? Michelle Pfeiffer, good morning to you. When you looking at people who got their own, and some people be happy with they got. You know, some have they did right when they got out of high school, bought them a nice house. They trying to keep their stuff. They don't look at, oh, I got to run out the Grand Blanc. That's gonna say I made it. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know. Oh, move out to Davis and Swartz Creek, Flushing. When really a lot of these people don't even want you out there. And I don't know if we Rose C. Good morning. I don't know if we done got conditioned to where we don't want to keep up our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like keep our stuff together. Yeah, and yeah. So you get this false sense of security, you know, and that's why you can see slumlords here. You can see some of these houses is unbelievable. Right. And that's why you saying in our memories, you've been having plenty of people who done came on. Yeah, Deborah Luna facts. That's why you can see these outskirt schools, they doing good athletically. But you wouldn't be hearing, they wouldn't be building these big complexes and stuff. I mean, these football making them look like some junior colleges and stuff now. These high schools. It's a reason that the college they paying these boys out of high school now. They've been making money off of them. But and that's what it is. You get a you get a they get man. Listen, but Kenneth, don't too many people understand that. Don't too many people understand that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have Miss Beverly Biggs. Good morning to you. You just gotta have man. You gotta have the want. You know what I'm saying? And not thinking that you can't be around your own people. Teresa, good morning. It's like to me, it's crazy when you seeing how it's done. It's crazy. That's just man. I would love to be able to sit down to go. That's why when ain't no friend. No the reason they tell you it ain't no friends in politics because you got too many snakes shooting the shit. T. Good morning to you. Yeah, man. When you dealing with and I understand everybody. You supposed to have your you know your plan. What you got going on. You got to have a plan B and a plan A, plan B, plan C. Really, you need 26 million fucking plans. The way it is going. It's facts. Yeah, and it's like the rest of the rest of the world need. I mean, the rest of the country need to get caught up. When you put money, that's what you're gonna get. You put money into it. They took the money from here. Why you think a school? You couldn't believe Southwestern being in a predominantly black city got a weak basketball team or a weak football team. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe Flushing how we run our kids out there to their school. Swartz, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But we not building nothing. But Flint don't want to have the pride of it no more. But I get it why the parents, and I should tell you, even some of these parents, ain't that's some of these people that's on that school board, some of their kids ain't going to Flint school. So that tell you what you need to know. But they know what's best for Flint schools. Crazy. So this is crazy work that you seeing. Crazy. But we supposed to be sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, everything good. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's why I don't even know how some people can be even running for like Miss Big showed you what it was with her. She ain't just get out there. She ain't just get out there. She went out there and did it. So she ain't like she wanted the third ward. She earned it. and got out there and did recall. So you can't say what she coming up there to fight for. She was a resident, didn't like to see. She didn't like to see what was going on. My only thing would I just pray that whoever behind this recall that they can do teamwork. I'm not even tripping on the fourth ward. It's like roll the dice. They done sent you a racist this last time. You just gotta pray that you can you can get somebody else. Live for love. Good morning to you. No, I'm being honest with you. Man, Flint need everything from Diva Cam 13. I don't know. I truly believe that like, as far as them breaking quorum, I believe the language should pass on them. Oh, facts. And Angie, I agree with it. Flint gonna go the way it's gonna go, man. They're gonna keep somebody. That's how I know a lot of people weren't paying attention to Jordan Sheraton book. Whoever they put in them seats, you might have 3, you might have 4, like you got now. Even let's just say they get 5, they get the mayor up out of there, they get Neely out of there. Let's just go with that. Let's go with that. They'll probably get Neely out of there. Let's go with that. They get Neely out of there, right? They still going the ones who running the show still gonna get who they want in there. I believe so. I am. So you just gotta look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? They not finna. You might get to hold a process for maybe 4 months, but I'll put money. You're gonna have somebody that'll flip, that'll go to that side. Believe me, you're gonna get somebody. So you can't, when you're dealing with this political system here, man, you dealing with it's already entrenched. Like Miss Gladys said, you battling the system. Don't you know they planning? These people only planning for right now. If I get in there, I'm gonna be able to get some money. That's what you're seeing. Miss Gladys, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. If it wasn't headed for emergency manager. Believe me. Yeah, look. God bless the child that hold his own. Lenora, good morning to you. Yeah, God bless the child that hold his own. You can't be, and Corsi, good morning to you. You can't be sitting up here trying to figure out, go chase somebody else back. That's their money. Yeah, that's their money. I never understood when I be seeing people want to run up behind people and something. Even when when you was young, when you seen who had the money, like how they would be running all. I never did that. If it's truth, unbelievable. You know what? Yeah. Walaikum salam, my Muslim brother. Even that, I'm telling you what I know. Even with that's coming in, all Neely showed that they put a fool in. He couldn't keep it together. Tony Terry, good morning to you. He couldn't keep it together. His ego, man. What you seeing is a lot of ego tripping. It's a lot of egos got in the way. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel big around here. I never seen people to me, I call them attention whores. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. I call them attention whores. They like a lot of people they want the fame. I want the money and the respect. I don't want no fame. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't if I can help, let's help. Michael Cooley, what it do? But it's gonna be hard. Flint ain't gonna, man. You got too many. Listen, there's too many chiefs and no Indians. That's why you're gonna see Flint gonna keep going through what they doing, man. Until they can move these people out that's been in charge, that's been playing. Till you get them people out, Flint ain't gonna change. It's too many deep down, it's too many personal grudges. You got too many selfish people want to run Flint or want to be the ones. It's too much selfishness. Until you can get the selfishness, you get the selfish people up out of here, Flint ain't gonna get no better. Believe me, Flint ain't getting no better until you can get these selfish people out the way. But Mark Hutchinson, he's not the only one. It's man, listen, it's so many of them. When you see, when I'm telling you, these is attention whores. Is what they get. That's why it's so easy for some people. Somebody can always come up in here, good or bad. That'll never happen, Dr. Padroni. Nah, but that's what it is. That's why, man. If you just sit back, you can see. And I get it. Just sitting back and watching. This man, no, he got some fools who trying to take him down, and he know he can beat them. He can beat them. But you seeing his ops trying to link up with his ops that they was ops of one time. When you see that part, all you gotta do is be patient and be like, oh, they gonna self-destruct. Because a lot of them people who together not really cool. Keisha Denise, good morning. Facts. Facts. That's why you can see, man, if you just see, that's why when Flint, some people, I ain't gonna say everybody, you got some scammers or whatever coming through, but look who bringing them, the scammers. That's why I'd be upset. Like, how y'all gonna call these people scammers and y'all scammers? I'm just telling you, it's crazy when you see it. Man, this is nothing but a bunch of really Indians trying to play Chiefs. And this why you can get certain people who winning and certain ones who losing. You know what, my Muslim brother? I ain't even been watching nothing. Man, Flint, that's why you got certain people that who can feel like they can run, man. It's so many people who jumping up there like they really thinking they getting people can get in their head. Oh, you can run. You got this and that. You got this and that. It's crazy. Well, that's good morning to you. It's crazy when you be seeing. That's how you can see fools. I just want to sit back and you gonna see. But the backbiting is what I'm really watching. Oh man, Liddell been getting away with murder, man. She getting away with pushing people. Like I said, she bumped into me. And I remember one time I pulled Tanya out the way when she was coming through. Liddell do that to Maria Carter, good morning to you. Liddell do that to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you got the mayor, the police chief not gonna take nothing down. So ain't no sense of doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Since people worrying about what Joe Biden did for his son, look how the police protecting their friends up here. Don't come tell me something about on the national level, but when on the local level, I'm seeing the same thing go down, the hookups. IB, good morning to you. Yeah, so you already know how that is. Man, listen, they let some Negroes off the plantation that was straight up Uncle Tom's. I ain't gonna say Uncle Tom, some slaves with the slave mentality because they got to go work for the man and they feel like they got something. They got to go. I can go, like Eric should have extended it more. I can go sit down with Mr. Charlie. I can go golf with him. He let me come to his get-togethers. This is what you seeing. So what you expect when you getting these sellout Negro? And I'm not saying all, not all. As you can see, Sambos, facts. Yeah, shit. This last election should have showed you we eat our own. I know y'all been paying attention because we've been them up. 18 was in a lot of the BS. Yeah, they be sitting up here with Christy Coleman. Good morning to you, Alan Light. Good morning to you. Yeah, I'm so happy. Now, Alan, I'm with you with this. I'm so happy that it is a shift in power. Hell, if it take the Republicans to set some fire up under these Democratic, so shall it be, man. That's where I'm at with it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Democrats had enough time that they could have got this together. They played us like some food. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why what I'm telling you. And then the way, I get it, this political, how they doing it. You will bring this person over here. I'll bring this person over here. You know what I'm saying? They go get people who you was dealing with back in the day. Like the games these Negroes plays, I'm telling you, unbelievable. Man, Primo, it's cold blooded, yeah, because basically these Negroes don't know how to lead. And it's just the truth. Shit, they run to him anyway, so I wouldn't say why not. I'm with you on that. They go run to him anyway. So ain't no sense in just because it's a black city. They know who they got to go run to go get money from. Now, I'm being honest with you. Man, listen. When Tanya them did that press conference, but my only thing is, it said at the mock meeting, the lawyer cited conflict of interest law in Michigan. uh, uh, Deborah Luna, the way Flint being ran, I don't go by rules no more. Yeah, my Muslim brother, yes, Liddell did that to cause a problem to take away from the press conference Tanya was having. That's just how they gonna go because they feel like she came and bum rushed. What she didn't. She just came and told some facts. They don't want out there. Liddell want people to believe she doing good. That's why. What can you do? She can bump. Man, those city ordinance that she did. Listen, my God, that city ordinance that she did. My God, that's that city ordinance and the shit that she doing. But if we really look at it, them are not for us. I mean, the laws are not for them. It's really for the resident. Man, listen, all of them like that. Quincy just told the truth, my brother. He just told the truth on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. The brother told the truth on that, and that's all I can say. He was for the. And a lot of people don't want to admit that he said he was here to make the mayor look good. And I get it, and you know what I'm saying. And listen, Primo, but that's what they want. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. They want you to do something to them. These people is crazy. Right. They want you to do something to them. You just gotta be patient. They gonna want you to do something to them. Just be patient. They ain't gonna be council people forever, man. Karma, like Mongo used to tell me, man, the door swing two ways. Right now it look like it's closing on us because you know what I'm saying? Shit don't seem to be rolling smooth. It just happened to look like that. But want to tell you good morning to you. But it's just like it closed. It's gonna open up and things gonna pop for you. Just gotta be patient. You just gotta be patient. It might look dark right now. They look like they winning. A lot of people be looking like they winning, but it's just looking. You know what I'm saying? Once you get through, you cut away the fat, you get to the meat. Oh, Renee, facts. Facts. It's gonna open back up. You know how many times people didn't think they gonna stop my motion, what I got going on. Believe me. I done been here, there, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I be having so many people like just be thinking they can stop the motion, not understanding, man. I be planning when they be planning. I keep telling you, you got to have a backup plan when you're dealing with Flint. Flint is a rough little town. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, yeah, Miss Gladys, yeah, man. Judy, I don't even watch the local news, man. I don't even know how people can watch it. Island, but don't nobody see the lawlessness, man. They've been doing it. It's just that this mayor and this council, with previous councils, only talked it. You know, the mayor, you know, I'm not saying might have talked it and didn't go, maybe wouldn't go all the way to the edge. This mayor go all the way to in the edge. He letting them do your thing. We got it. But when you got all your people in place, you can do that. You can push it to the limit. That's what people don't understand. You can push it to the limit. You just gotta know how to. You just gotta know how to navigate through these. You know what I'm saying? Through these forks in the road, man. Brother Lumi, I don't even. Man, I don't watch it. I don't pay no attention to the news. Lying. Judy ain't gonna say is she on this admitting that she a racist. That's all I want to know. If she admit that she a racist, then I might watch Channel 12. But when you got that's what I'm saying. They could get interviews. It's like unfucking believable. Man, you always got to keep your spare tire. The way I was told, it's a piss poor rat to have one hole. That's how I was, you know, excuse my French. I ain't just trying to be. Oh, no, he don't care. Man, Robert Shan, good morning to you. I'm dead serious. You have to really watch it, man. A lot of stuff that you be seeing going on. I just listen, man. I try to play back and really see because what I done seen with this man, I wouldn't vote for nobody. To be honest with you, like running, like I said, Miss Biggs, facts. The ones on like fires that Judy, Liddell, Candace, and I'm really hurt by the 7th Ward. But I kept telling y'all how the 7th Ward was. Y'all don't want to believe me. I keep telling y'all the 7th Ward is I don't understand why a lot of them blacks didn't get up and go vote from the Valley, from the States, from I don't get it. I don't know how they just letting that area over there controlled by the college control the 7th Ward. I don't get it. Man, I think when they put these black mayors in, not all, but enough of them, when they put them in, man, they don't be caring. That's why you got a Dalton, Illinois, you got a Flint, Michigan. No telling what other cities you got. It's just sad. Man, when is Judy ain't lying? And it's sad that we got to look at our own black mayor. Facts. Well, you know they gonna drug the black man through it no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna it's just what it is because we don't own nothing. When you sitting up here and we got to go to their news source and get it, you're gonna get that. It's always gonna be a slanted narrative. But what is sad, it be people that look like us that go along with to get along. You know what I'm saying? Too many people scared they're all out on their own, but we done went from being nothing but consumers. What are we on in our neighborhoods? They'll burn this thing down if the city being audited, Miss Carolyn Hendricks. They'll burn it down. Miss Gladys, I heard it from my own mouth when she called that gonna try to say it. She gonna try to say when she called that Mexican nigger. I heard her say it. But I'm not gonna throw nobody up under the bus that was there, who she was talking to. I'm not gonna throw nobody up under the bus. Judy knows she said it. It is what it is. We ain't gotta go back and forth. She said it with the EI. That's why when she said colored, and then go look how many black friends do Judy got? Who did Judy hang out with? I mean, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for talking that. This all this is, Primo. Man, there's so many people down there that this mayor and probably old favors too. I'm still trying to see what that what's the girl name that got the wine club, the wine bar. She went on Facebook and was including people in trying to dog out Dennis Pfeiffer. I'll just be here whenever they put it out and said they went through. That's when I go. I'm gonna leave it alone. Listen, man, Primo. Let me tell you something. Emily Dore, that's who it is. Emily Dore, like the stuff that she did, dude, unbelievable. Tanya Burns, with it, good morning to you. Unbelievable. And Emily, I mean, she decorum, because that's what Liddell say. Much people she done cussed out. Like I'm telling you, with that group over there, man, they will team up with anybody. You know what I'm saying? They would listen. This ain't nothing new. This is straight up right out of their playbook. Politicians. Oh, mm. They coming all Wilson. Yeah, that's why I pointed and said ours. Like look like her. That's why I don't pay no attention to it. Like we sitting up here begging, begging for some help. I'm telling you, begging for it. Man, man, if you do, hold on one second, family. Let me. Funny shit is. Yep. Raphael Bird, good morning to you. That's it. Man, Primo, this system already set up, brother. You ain't gonna change nothing around here. Hasn't even heard from Miss Claire. Not that I know of, to be honest with you. Not that I know of. Let me see. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna call my sister and try to find. I got Miss Claire's number though. Miss Glad. I ain't got her number, but I can get in contact with her.
I talked to her. She been sick.
Oh, Carol, you spoke to her. That's what's up. Who else? What's this? Okay, 2018 in the chat, hit that. Oh, super. I got them her number, but I'm trying not to. But you know what? Ain't no wrong to call and check on people. Let's get the likes. Okay, Deborah. Is there she is. Okay, man. Let me see. Ralph, did you get to check out this matter going on? What's going down in Jackson, Mississippi? Raphael. No, I don't think so. But she on camera.
No, you didn't let me know. You know what I'm finding out? It's a man's world. It's a man's world. Ain't that what James Brown said? It's a man's world. But it don't mean nothing without a woman or a girl. What are we talking about today?
The recall.
Fuck the recalls. Let's give it up for Joe Biden. He pardoned his son Hunter. I would have did the same thing. Forget all you Democrats. I'm taking my son with me when I leave. That's how I feel. I said it. Shots out to Hunter and his daddy. What did y'all think about that when y'all heard about that? I thought it was a good thing. Even though he said he wasn't going to get involved. I get all of that. But that's his son. Take your son with you. You pardon everybody else that ain't related to you. Now, I know Miss Gladys is somewhere throwing something, talking about Trump gonna pardon all the people from January 6th. I get that. And if he do, then they probably have another January the 6th. But I ain't mad at Joe. See, y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? I would do the same thing. See? I know that's right. What's up, Johnny? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah, it's all just criminals being criminals. They all together. So everybody should leave together. They came in together. They should leave together. They didn't know what that white powdery substance was that they found in the White House. It could have been snow off of the tree from Christmas. You know how they decorate for Christmas? Didn't nobody know what it was? Tax evasion. He forgot to pay his taxes. Hey, it happens to most of us. So you know what? Free Hunter. Happy home for the holidays, Hunter Biden. I'm with you. I was trying to figure out. Oh, Johnny, you want to stay away from that discussion? No, let's talk about it. I was trying to figure out what happened at the my board last night because my phone was bing, 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 and I couldn't watch it because I was too sleepy. So did they cut up over there last night? Oh, y'all want to talk about Hunter? Okay, then, Otis. Well, you don't want to talk about it in Alabama, but we're talking about it in Michigan. But what happened at the my board last night?
Okay, well, Deborah must have been there.
I know, Deborah. I had turned on the clip. I had talked to a couple more people. I was trying to I know, and it was flour. I was trying to watch the clip, but I couldn't, and I was gonna try and call Mike so I could get the Cliff Notes version of what happened. But I don't know what happened. But all I know, they cut the hell up. They cut the hell up, and I ended up. It's something about the board waived client attorney privilege. I'm not really sure what's going on over there. But it's a long letter that I got my hands on that I'm going to post on Reboot from William Brickley. And I think this is his legal opinion. So anybody here, what's going on over there? The interim president stated that she wasn't even asked to be made president. Well, how could that be when she was at the meeting, wasn't she? Wasn't she at the meeting? Oh, the lawyer resigned. You talking about the lawyer that they brought in on the Swift? Bought a house from a trustee's daughter. Conflict of interest. Maybe he got it for a good price. I'm just saying. I don't know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The recalls. That's what you said you was talking about?
I talked about it. You asked what I was talking about. I had already talked about the recall.
Oh, well, we don't have to revisit it if you already talked about it.
I don't agree with Biden. I agree with him pardoning his son. I would have pardoned my son.
Hell yeah, I would have took my son with me too. I would have took my son, my daughter, and all my cousins.
But I like I said earlier, I don't get how they worrying about what Biden did when we watching people get deals here. So it's,
I've never seen a cute little joke like this.
It is what it is on that. That shit, he the president. Shit, I wouldn't leave my son to none of the Republicans. Shit, especially how the Democrats went after Trump. I wouldn't leave my son to him.
Who y'all think? Ain't no Democrats go after. It's a uniparty. Ain't that right, Miss Gladys? They went after that. They went after Hunter. Hunter didn't do anything. Do y'all really think Hunter would have been on the list of people to go at if Biden wasn't president? Seriously. Who in the hell would be thinking about Hunter Biden if Joe was somewhere fishing? Nobody. It's a lot of people did much worse than Hunter. They still out here. Hell, they didn't free murderers and everybody else doing COVID. But they want to send Hunter to jail because, he had a little itch in his nose and didn't do some taxes, I guess. I don't know.
The first one to cheat and shit, they said, what's his name? Kennedy was doing cocaine. So it ain't like these presidents like the first
Kennedy did not do any cocaine. He was a good man. He was a good man. Oh, yes. Miss Beverly Biggs says she gonna mail out all of y'all cups. She told me to make sure that y'all send y'all address to her in her inbox. And she's gonna mail out all of y'all. Renee, you hear me? Renee. She gonna mail out all of y'all cups before Christmas. I'm gonna take her the envelopes, and she got about 2,972 cups that she can mail out. She ain't gonna mail them all out, but y'all send y'all address to her, and that's what she gonna do. Because she told me that she was gonna do it, and she put it up there so I wouldn't forget.
Super producer, he wouldn't be the first one that was in there that was drug heads. It just, with me, it's so many that you can put up. Everybody didn't play games. It's just he got caught, but his daddy happened to be the president. He did the right thing.
Ain't that something? Y'all know we got a CVS here in Flint. I didn't know that, on South Saginaw and Bristol Road, located in the Oak Street Health Building. And I've been driving all the way to Fenton to go to CVS, so I guess that's our little news coverage for today. If you missed it. Happy belated birthday to AC Dumas. Go ahead and get that out there. I won't have to see him tomorrow, but just in case he there, happy belated birthday. You can't say 18, then send him a shout out.
Super producer, you're not gonna stop what they got going on. Let's see how that voting been going. We've been voting for over 100 years. You got people telling us we're gonna vote our way out of what's going on, but yet they go to church on Sunday and praying to God to change. Tell me where the hypocrite at. This thing is not changing. I don't care who you put in there. That's just like man, we can go point out then in every campaign where people play games. Look how when the Bushes was whooped, they whooped Ross Perot ass. When he tell you they swung on him when he was running for president. So, when I be hearing this act presidential or do this and that, cut the crap. Because who you think started this country? Y'all act like these was holy men when matter of fact, when they wrote the Bill of Rights, y'all act like them was holy men who wrote the Bill of Rights, who wrote the Constitution. Them was slave owners, killers, murderers. So I'm trying to figure out how, when we just looking at one, shit, you can go down there, you can start with Washington till now, and we can find flaws. Right, voting is not, Chris, I agree with you. Voting is not it's not the answer to the American problems. That's crazy. Anytime if I gotta hope, I hope y'all vote me out. You got some. What is the makeup of Congress? Just tell me the makeup of Congress.
Uniparty.
Super producer, we was never gonna get away with this. That's all I'm trying to say. We was never getting away with it. It's not that I accept it. I'm just knowing that this system, how it's set up, you're not gonna beat them in their game. They didn't have 400 years to play chess with us, and now they letting us play. I'm just saying, it's just being honest. They'd tear this thing up before. That's why when you seen Obama became the president, he was the most disrespected president of them all. Let's look how they was going saying Michelle Obama was a man, showing pictures of her as a monkey. But yet, you can see a city that's been poisoned. And I mean, could we vote our way out of getting clean water? I'm just saying, if it was that easy, Flint would be voted out, the situation it's in.
Adele's recall ain't going through. They might let them both go through. Hell, it's too damn cold to get some signatures. This is number 5 recall on Adele. And it was put in by somebody. I don't even know who the lady's name was that put. No, I think Art put in Liddell's recalls, and somebody else put in Judy's recalls, but I don't know who the person was. It was on AT&T Flint. But if you from Flint, did y'all get y'all winter tax bill yet? That's what we need to talk about. Because there's a lot of stuff on there I don't understand. I don't know what we're paying for. Because I thought ARPA covered some of this. Did y'all get y'all winter tax bill yet? All across the country. Let's just see if how y'all's compares to ours here in Flint. Did y'all want to go get it and we go over it together? I'm just waiting to see who got their tax bill yet. Winter taxes. County parks. $20. This is just an example. Yours may be higher or a little bit lower. $20.49 you got to pay for the county parks that we don't use. But when you go to get your license renewed, don't you got to pay for a pass to go to the parks anyway? So I'm a little baffled at that. But hey, who am I? Just a taxpayer. Paramedic services. We can't even get an ambulance, as Quincy said. We can't get no ambulance around here when we're in trouble. We can't get no ambulance. $12.96 we got to pay for ambulance that we can't get. Airport authority. I don't know what we're paying that for, and I was on the airport board. $12.96 for that. MTA. I think that's another millage. $33.05. But what happens to all of these money that they get from the federal government? Why are we paying all these damn taxes? And let me keep going. Senior citizens, y'all know y'all got money coming out the taxes here. Senior citizens, we giving y'all $18.72. Where does that go, Miss Gladys? And then under senior citizens, we're paying $26.75 for health care. Who health care? Then after that, we're paying $2.68 to the veterans. Seems a little backwards to me, but I'm just a reader. Then we got something called MSU extension, $2.18. Animal control. We all need to protest that with all them the groundhogs, they gone for the winter. But the possums and the rats, they didn't came back out. They year round. Skunks, they didn't went into hibernation. But we paying $5.34 for animal control. And it's been a deer laying on the side of $4.75 for the past 6 months. Maybe that's the state level. I don't know. Culture. I don't even have any idea what the hell that is. $25.73. And then we're paying $25.52 for mental health. So why we give all that money away in the ARPA funds to mental health if we already paying for it? I mean, have y'all ever looked at your tax bill and just broke it down to why are we paying these things? And what can the city do to help relieve us of some of these taxes? Jasmine, what happened at the MOP board meeting yesterday? I know, Chris, it's all taxes, just taxes. Cut some of these damn taxes. If we giving away millions of dollars of ARPA money to mental health, why is we still paying for it? City bought their own ambulances, even though, it's just a ride unless they didn't put some IV poles and some people in it that really know what to do. And I mean, what's the point? Senior citizens, where does that go to?
What a late great Chris Del Maroney said, "Those who stay will pay."
Bama, you said you lost to what all taxes do we pay? I just read them all, and that's just for the winter taxes. They different from the summer. We don't know why we paying. We just got to pay them when they take your house. And see, but this is the stuff. This is the stuff that you have to pay. You have to pay all of this plus whatever your property taxes is
They had
to
two.
qualify for a roof.
It's optional.
What's optional? Paying taxes ain't optional, baby. This tax bill ain't optional.
What two meetings they had, Jasmine? Was it that? Was it attorney quit due to a conflict of interest? One of the board members' daughter being the realtor of the new interim president. I mean, but I don't. They found they found morals on the board. Shit, they been let you. They been breaking rules. That's like Liddell voted. She recused herself, but she gave back her interest into the what's her name. Her mouth said it. Oh, okay. Is this what we're doing? I said Flint's get twice a year. That's winter and summer. Oh, hold on. Winter and summer. 810 Bando. Okay. Well, that's this Flint, man. When you got that, they say the criminals running the jail. This is what you get. Oh, they had one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Shit, I mean, they was working over there at the mop board. Well, 810 Bando, you know, they just say the recalls is out there. Man, all the people that they'll put out of council, she should be up in hella lawsuits, but you know, they're gonna fall up under the city. Uh, uh, Shit, not Flint. Some states freeze property taxes for seniors. Shit. Maurice was saying that when he was saying grandfather certain, grandfather the residents that was here in, but hey, I might, it is what it is. Primo, because a lot of people here don't be really having time going to court. That court shit costs money. Mm-mm. That was all millages that was placed on the ballot.
I figured some of them was villages, but they ought to do something. But I know it's on the ballot. They pass them. People won't show up enough in Flint. The ones that suffering the most paying taxes to vote no on the millages. The counties show up in droves. Everything passes, and we stuck. They can afford it. Not everybody in Flint is broke, but it's like a burden on a lot of people. Flint is like the urban city, the lower income. So these unnecessary taxes, they hurt a lot of people. Especially when you got to have all your taxes paid before you can get a roof. And then it's not a guarantee that you can get a roof because you got to go into this lottery machine and they got to pull your address out of 80,000 houses. They only going to pull out, 9 from each ward? 8 from each ward. 8 times 9, 72. So 8 houses from each ward. And I think that's crazy. I did see, it looks like, just in my opinion, that administration is they might just be paying attention to what's going on. Because if you looked at the agendas that was posted, they did vacate the chairperson for the governmental ops and the legislative committee. I didn't remember if they vacated Judy or not for the finance. They should have. But my thing is, why have any committee meetings? Why pass anything to council when we can't even get a council meeting? Because the beginning of council is still going to start again with voting. They're going to have a special meeting. Nothing is going to pass. They're going to be on break soon for Christmas. Don't all the money got to be allocated by the end of this month? Or is it already allocated when they put it into the general fund? These are questions that we don't know. We can't get answers to. I don't know. Betting on 8 homes will be Neely supporters? 6 out of 8 of them will be.
They pushed to a 10-year millage. Arch millage, they pushed it. It said it was already allocated. Don't believe a word from this mayor. Well, if it's already allocated, it won't get spent. Raymond Strip. How can the committee chairs be legitimate at this point? Mm. 810 Bando, we gonna see. Eventually it'll tell if that's true or not. That's the Flint property tax right there, because probably know. Shit, is it not that high? I thought property taxes was high here. Well, they'll be high in a minute. Give it a second. We coming in the new year. They said, will you be able to ask questions at council? Yeah, they gotta have public speaking.
For what?
Well, Michelle was asking, said, will they be able to ask questions at council this meeting this week? Reginald Davis, good morning to you. Well, shit. Once they blow that little ARPA money, Flint will probably have an emergency manager because they said they didn't have no money coming in. Shit, they paid $15 million for the bricks downtown.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I heard that.
I thought it was 2 the first time, and then they forgot to put the sealer back on there, and then they had to go back and do that again.
Yeah, they did move all the ARPA to the general fund, which is crazy. Whoever they mathematician is, that's that damn accountant, aka Judy. Nah, I don't, Chris. I don't be speaking at council, man. I don't be having nothing to say up there.
Oh, finally. Just let me know what happened in the meeting.
I ain't gonna
call now.
I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna get up there, fall on deaf ears.
No, I like to get it right from the horse's mouth. Not calling you a horse, but I'm just saying that's the phrase for the day. So yeah, let's see what the hell happened at this my community college board meeting. Who better to talk to than my good friend Mikey? Hey, happy extra turkey day, turkey.
Happy after Thanksgiving recovery.
Yeah, right. We got to get those pounds off from all that turkey meat that we ate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how are you?
I'm doing good. Mike, what the hell happened? What the hell happened yesterday? Can you just give me the Cliff Notes version of all day yesterday at Mike?
So it was pretty crazy. 3 of the trustees, we called a special meeting to go into closed session so we could discuss the legal issues with the college and a memo that was submitted to us by our board attorney.
Okay.
So then, out of the blue, Andy Everman calls another meeting for 10 a.m. Of course, he always does it during the day when no one can go to it, but people did show up at it to try and get a replacement attorney to do the negotiations with Shonda Richardson Snell, the interim president, and then basically we had that was crazy enough as it was. And so, but we go through that. It was like maybe a 2.5 hour, 3 hour meeting. And then we reconvene at 5:30 and listen, we had about an hour and 20 minutes of really good public comment. Of course, Percy Whitmore came earlier, and because what he put on his slip about what he wanted to talk to, he's of the future of my college. Well, it was about what we were talking about, but Andy, every time he tried to disqualify public comment, disqualify. But people were ready for that at the second meeting. And so they all had the very specific thing that we were talking about, what, that they should address their comments to. So it's an hour and 20 minutes. Everybody was basically like, why aren't you going through a fair and equitable process to find the new board or the new president of the college? Like that's what you do. You find a national firm. They go out. They find the most qualified candidates. They bring them in. Typically, you do a community-based. Like you have interviews. So it's from government, philanthropy, community representatives, faith-based. That's a good practice. You have everybody in because ideally you want that person for the next 10 years. Well, they've been pushing to have Shonda made as the permanent, and we had a memo from our board attorney that we were going to go into closed session. They actually refused to go into closed session. I made a motion to waive attorney-client privilege, which they for some reason they did, which was a big mistake. Because basically everything that would have been discussed in closed session was actually now public domain.
Oh, this is getting better. Okay.
So then the board attorney, who basically told us because of the lack of ethics and that the board would not, they weren't taking his legal advice, that he could no longer represent us. He was free to say everything that was in the memo that he sent us, and he did. And basically he exposed the fact that Sue Couch had a conflict of interest because her daughter Dana is a real estate agent and sold Shonda her house in Grand Blanc, from what I understand, like a $400,000 house. So there was a financial relationship between a family member of one of our trustees and the interim president. So we have a very broad conflict of interest policy at the college, which means that it includes not only the trustees, but family members, significant others, you name it. So in his opinion, it wasn't just a perceived conflict, it was an actual conflict of interest, and that Sue should not have been part of any conversation. She should not have made any motions. She should not have had any role in this. But if they had shut her down and admitted this conflict, they would have lost their fourth vote. So it would have been a 3-3 and it would have died. So Andy did not notify any of the board members of the conflict of interest.
Of course not.
Which was his responsibility. And then Jeff Swanson was told about the conflict. Sue was told about the conflict, and and none of them admitted that, because that's the thing. You have to basically state to the public that this conflict, either real or perceived, exists. And when they made that motion, after the transaction took place, like there was a conflict at that time, they then voted to make her the permanent. And then even like Bill Brickley, the attorney, wasn't there, but one of the other lawyers' firm was, and was passing Andy notes saying you need to disclose the conflict. And he wrote on a piece of paper that attorney still has, it's not a complaint unless it's in writing, which is that is not accurate. And so basically all this happens, and I called for the resignation of Sue Couch and Jeff Swanson, because it was their responsibility to, they made motions, and they made motions without disclosing the fact that there was a conflict.
Right.
And then he's on his way out, but I basically tried to get him removed as board chair.
Mm-hmm.
And of course he said it's not on the agenda, so he would not accept the motion. And then, but they went ahead and they voted not to rescind.
What?
Even though the conflict is there. Yep. At the end of the meeting, they said, no, we are still going to honor the motion, even though there's a clear conflict of interest. They brought another firm in to basically weigh in on the conflict of interest, a woman who only had about 4 hours to look at the documents and only had Andy's side of the story.
Oh,
Andy claims that because Sue said that she had no idea that Dana was representing Shonda. That's the whole, that to me was ridiculous. Mother and daughter, they're together all the time. She knew.
absolutely.
They both, both of them knew, and they acted like it. Sue's defense was, she said, we didn't accept any there was no MOP money involved in this transaction, therefore she thought it was not a conflict. She knew. So this lawyer, go back and watch the YouTube video, because you watch Bill Brickley eviscerate this other attorney. And Bill, who's been working with this forever, and I had to do a public apology to Bill Brickley, because at first I thought he was really in league with Andy. He showed the most character and backbone of any attorney. I basically said, look, I should not have judged you.
Oh, that's the one that we didn't like at first, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
he ended up being completely ethical and above board. And so I've made it very clear that he should not be blamed for his client, because he did the right thing. And he exposed what was going on. The funniest comment was when the attorney said, well, at the end of this, he determined that this was not a conflict. And Bill looked at her and said, well, I'm the one with the legal license, aren't I? It was people looking in the audience. It was like you could hear a pin drop.
Right.
And the looks on people's faces when they heard everything that had gone on.
Mm-hmm.
And these individuals still are doing the unethical thing and denying our community of the opportunity to do something right. Do something, because MA is too important to this community.
Right.
Actually, one of the things that is, we should be proud of, developmental education, workforce development, like all the things that MOT does in our community, we need to have the best talent. And then at one point, I did look at Shonda and I said, did you have any knowledge of this? And she said, no. And then I repeated, are you sure you had no knowledge of this? Which I already knew that she did know about it. And then she it turns out, I said, did you have a conversation with Mr. Brickley? She said, no. And Mr. Brickley said, well, we had a text exchange. So I guess that was her way of getting us out of saying that they had a conversation. But where she asked for that policy number so she could look into it. Well, she then came up and I said, well, you didn't have this conversation. Well, it appears that you did. She's like, well, I just asked for it because we have new board members coming on and I wanted to make sure I understood that for the board member. I'm like, well, that's quite a coincidence, isn't it? And at that point, she actually admitted, you know what, she's like, she's never come out and said that she wanted the job. She just let everybody advocate for her. And I said, silence equals consent, doesn't it? Because you've been silent, but it appears that you do want the job. And then she did come out and say that she respected the fact that we should do a fair, open, and transparent process.
Right.
Because what it comes down to is that if she takes this job, she will always be under the cloud of, you got this, you cheated.
But Mike, I got a question for you. Hate to interrupt you. I'm getting a lot of questions about some type of church connection. What's going on with this church connection?
So there was a church in Heartland, Michigan. It's not even in our district. Okay. And it's the gentleman who uses his church platform to do political organizing around really, like he's one of those people that believe biblical like government and religion need to be one and the same. And he does a lot of advocacy for very right-wing political candidates, causes, stuff like that. Well, he came out with a statement, basically was blaming that we were basically against her because of her religious view, which has never come out. We've never said anything. Everything has been about her lack of experience and the fact that she has a lesser degree than most of the people that she would be working with.
Right.
That was the big problem. But then he sent out this thing galvanizing the religious community or his people, which we would get letters from people who are outside of the district. They were part of his church and come in basically saying that we're awful people and that we're discriminating against her because of her religion. And she is the best candidate, and people with no background or knowledge. So that, because that had to happen because she was getting so much negative feedback from the community about her being chosen for this, that was the only opportunity for her to get people who were in favor of her.
Wow. So when is she going to step aside until they get a new president, or is she going to stay there until they pick a new president?
In my opinion, she should really step aside. But unlikely she will, because we have the four that think that they're Teflon. They think that what they can do whatever they want, and there's no accountability for their actions.
But I didn't think Andy got reelected.
He did not get reelected, but he's still in place until the new board is sworn in.
And that is going to be when?
In January. But that's the same thing. I'm still technically an active trustee until the new board is sworn in as well. That's why I'm able to be at the table and continue to push on this. And so it's been Art Rea, Don Daly, and myself who are basically, if the process goes through the way it should, whatever ends up at the end of the day, that's fine. But what we're against is the fact that we are not following a process and we're just giving a position to somebody without any consideration of any other candidate. And this is somebody who, let's face it, if she were up against other people that have the degrees, but she has the better interview and she actually, for whatever reason, they determine that she's the best person, it is what it is. But you don't usurp the process. You follow the process and you do it in a way that the community feels like you've been ethical, fair, and transparent. And that is not what is happening now.
Okay. Well, when is the next meeting? What you think is going to happen next?
Well, I have my own ideas of what I'd like to do. Okay. And what was brought up by the attorney was that at the end of the day, the final say is with the judge. And if this is brought before the judge will determine if there in fact is a conflict. So, if that is done, then it invalidates action related to this issue. So, because I do believe there is a conflict. Absolutely. And even like, and the rule is, even if it's just a perceived conflict, you still own it. You still say, hey, we don't, there's a potential for, a conflict here, but, but everyone should know that it's there just so it's very transparent, and they buried it. You even
Councilwoman Tanya Burns says it sounds just like city council. She needs to step down.
Well, yeah, exactly. And Jeff Swanson, he actually contacted the attorney asking how this could get buried. And the attorney said to him, this is not getting buried. He's like, one way or another, come out. So even if we do closed session, it goes to court, it's all going to come out. So I guess they decided to rip off the Band-Aid and allow us to do that waiver of confidentiality. That's why I'm able to talk to you right now, because of what they did last night.
Right.
I can say anything about it. I can share the memo. I can do whatever I want, because they decided to waive that privilege.
Now I got my hands on the memo. I'm going to share it too.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, this is wrong. This is really, really wrong. And, Andy is really the most to blame on this because he's the one that he knew what he was doing and it didn't fit his narrative and he did it anyways.
Right.
He bit information he should have shared. It was his obligation to share this. But instead he said, I did the investigation. I found nothing. And regardless of what the lawyer said, this is the case and it's not.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Mike. And
I don't know if that was a summary
yeah,
necessarily.
but it gave me a good idea what's going on. So when I'm watching the meetings today, I could kind of figure, I can navigate through them.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, if indeed Shonda knew about this, she should step aside immediately, and let the person who should have was the second in command under Dr. Beverly, and Jason gave an interview for the interim position that was worthy of the president of the college. He knows the ins and outs. He is beloved of the staff. He is a person of color, which is a critical thing. When you got an all-white board, and then they hire a white person after a very questionable leaving of Dr. Beverly, who did a phenomenal job. She took us through the water crisis. She took us through a pandemic. I mean, Dr. Beverly was a great president, and it is a loss to our community that she is no longer there.
And then the most important thing to me, they lowered the job qualifications for the president
to a bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shit, I've been a trustee for 13 and a half years. Maybe I should be the interim.
Right. 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 Absolutely.
But I would never presume that I could run a college because you know what? I've gone to college, but I've never run a college. So it's just like, that was the analogy too. It's just like, I have a brain, so I guess I can become a brain doctor.
Or a likability expert, but hey, that's for most of us around here. You never know.
You want the best of the best, and obviously that's not the qualification. And for me, I still question whether or not, what is the end game here? Mm-hmm. There was a postcard that was sent out it was like a MAGA postcard, basically saying, that, these are the three people that we support, and they're going to, dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they're going to, it kind of exposed a little bit of it. And I don't know who sent it out because it was illegal because it didn't disclose who it was being sent by.
Oh, that's that dark literature.
It is. It's exactly it. And so.
Well, I do got one more question for you. Did Wendy switch back to to Republicans since she didn't win the Democratic county commissioner seat?
Oh, she claims that she's not a Republican, but I mean, it's like her actions, though. I'm disappointed because I developed a pretty deep relationship with her because I realized that you don't change hearts and minds by being on the offensive all the time. Mm-hmm. And so I tried to get to know her as a person. And unfortunately, for me, the one thing friends don't do, they don't lie to each other. And I feel like I've been lied to. So anything is possible there. It's like whether or not her son is still Republican. He came to one of our board meetings, and he was really talking loud. Like, we had an auxiliary room where overflow people could sit. And he was in there and he was talking really loud. And one of the faculty turned around and said, "Can you please keep it down a little bit?" And he looked at her and said, "You just wait until after the election." Like, he kind of threatened her that, her job was going to be eliminated. And so he is no longer welcome at our meeting.
Wow. I think that's crazy. I do agree with you, Mike. That's why, you have organizational charts. Where someone steps down, they get sick, then the next one in command, they step up. So what's the point of having that if you cannot, the process doesn't work. So So, but thank you for calling in, and we're going to get back to the show, and I appreciate that. And thank you.
No problem.
All
okay.
Right. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay,
right.
Bye-bye. Ooh, well, it sounds like they got a mess going on over there. They got a real mess going over there. So it's not just city council. It's not just the boards the blackboards. It's not. That's why I always say it's important that we look at these county seats. Percy Whitmore, we should have just, I don't know why he didn't make it. Ann Figaro, don't know why she didn't make it. Kenyatta Dotson, she did, however, make it onto the mock boards of trustees. But you heard them say they still there until January. It's a lot of damage that can be done in this last month, just like it can on city council. I don't even know why they're having committee meetings tomorrow. How can you even attempt to have committee meetings when you have no council leadership? Isn't that the new words that they call it now? Or they just gonna make up a new rule for that? That's what they do. They make up new rules, they implement them, and everything just goes haywire. Why do we need a finance meeting, a governmental ops, and a legislative committee meeting when we can't pass nothing? I wouldn't pass a code to them. I wouldn't pass a piece of paper to them. I wouldn't pass nothing until we got a president, a vice president, and that third ward seat. It makes absolutely no sense. Why would you show up? Why would you want me to do everything, but you're not doing anything for me? And that's how I look at city council. That's how I'm looking at the mock board. That was a slap in the face to the whole organization. You want to go and handpick someone that doesn't even have the qualifications to become a president of a college in our community. But you know who fault that is? It's ours. Because we don't take the time out to go to these meetings and see what's going on in our communities. That's why Andy Everman feels comfortable enough to sit up there and tell Miss Taylor, I'm okay, you're done talking now. Or what does the peanut gallery say? This is how the chairman, this is how he talks to the audience when you're there. That's our fault. We shouldn't let these things happen. You don't get put out over there when you booing and hooing and hee and ha. I don't even remember seeing police over there. But you know where you do get put out? City council. And it's crazy. So again, I'm here saying, I hope they don't show up tomorrow. I hope nothing gets done. We can take a look at the agendas if we have time. Or you all can go in there and look at them yourself on Flint Politics Reboot. It's supposed to start tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Finance, legislative, and then governmental ops. It surprises me. You remember a few months ago, it was a shakeup on the Housing Commission, and they did a big article with Leon Elamine and how he got rid of the president or something happened. I noticed on one of those governmental ops that on I think it was the governmental ops or legislative agenda, Neely appointing a whole new damn housing commission. A whole new housing commission. I wouldn't pass one appointment. Get what we need first. So, yeah. Jasmine said they had their police, but they didn't bother us. They didn't bother us. When we over there booing and clapping and stuff, they didn't bother us. A10 Vando, I seen you asking a lot of questions. We've been talking about the Mott situation, and also we've been going to the meetings off and on for probably the past year. So it's too much to distill in this podcast right now. So I would urge you to go back and catch up on some of them, and also go back and just watch some of them on the Mott board. The Mott podcast, however they put it out on YouTube. So, yeah.
Lawrence, that's above my pay grade.
Oh, you don't understand any of my community college drama? No, I'm sure you're not the only one, because a lot of it I don't understand. But it's nothing that you can just pack. I can't break it down to you in 5 minutes. This has been going on for a long time. way before the election. This is why when we found out that Michael Freeman and a couple of the other ones were not seeking re-election, we were trying to get people in place. I even sat here and urged people, you need to run for these county seats. It's more than just city. It's more than just city council. But hey, it's more than the Flint School Board. And all of that needs to be revamped. Because I'm still concerned on how a teacher got in there with the Ouija board. Still got questions about that. So,
Lawrence, I don't know who doing that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, that's not, you know, we ain't doing no GoFundMe. Ain't no GoFundMe for a lawyer being dead over here. So I couldn't tell you, point you in the right direction to whoever doing it. To be honest with you.
Shooting T, demanding that Davina do a special election. Councilwoman Burns, I do believe, is on here. And if I'm not mistaken, the charter only gives you, it's either the charter or the state. They only give you a certain time periods to have a special election. It's not like she can say, okay, we're going to have a special election at the end of January. You think it would work like that? You think they could have special circumstances? But they're not.
It'll be for May and August. The election will be. And A1 Bando, I think somebody did sue. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, how it went down, but I don't care if whoever won that case, they're still gonna throw you out.
I think the news watches us because, and here goes an article that just came out. Potential conflict of interest between my community college trustee and interim president. So I'm glad A10 News Media Group got the first interview from my board of trustee, Michael Freeman. So yep, it's Channel 5. So you guys can go there, and it was a 4-3 split. My community college board of trustees voted to move forward with the hiring of interim president Shonda Richardson Snell as the permanent president of the institution. This comes as a potential conflict of interest brought to the attention of the board chair, Andy Everman. Same thing he just told us. So we shall see. Because when we talk about conflict of interest, any type of monetary donations that you receive kind of reminds you of that Ashley Capital.
They just got to get a lawyer like Kim over at the mob board. It'll make it work.
And they had one. They got one. But you heard Mike just say he got to apologize to him.
No, I'm saying they need that a lawyer that can tell them what they did is not it's not a conflict of interest like Kim did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tanya, she said that is correct. However, I did send a request to the city clerk. That city clerk, Davina not finna help Flint. I can tell you that now.
Yes. Now, see, Tanya, when I went back, and I wonder what story that they gave you, because when I asked about the disenfranchisement in the 3rd Ward, Precinct 10, they said it was only about 35 people at most. One side of the street is one precinct, the other side of the street is another precinct or a ward, something like that. And they may have only gave out a different ballot to 2 people, and they were going to track them down and they found them who they were. Now that's the story that I got. But that was a lot of people that voted. I think the residents spoke, but we know that they don't want Mrs. Beverly Biggs Levy in that position because she is going to do what's best for the residents. She's going to fight for the residents. She's not going to fight to give the 501c3 more ARPA money. She might even ask the question of the year. Where the Kennedy Center cleaners at? Can you call them back? Matter of fact, she might want to call back her ex-employer, Raphael Reed. Or let me put pastor on the front of that. You know, the man that we seen all of them cash apps that he was requested from Miss Beverly Biggs. And then he took the $75,000 of ARPA money from the city of Flint, $50,000 to buy lawnmowers with to cut yards over there in the first ward. The second $25,000, he was gonna build some chalets. I ain't even seen a doghouse built over there on the corner of Fleming and Pearson Road. But
Just say I heard with me. But does entail about conflict of interest.
well, I wouldn't go that far saying what he owned. I'm just gonna say where the money at. Hopefully an earlier election can happen for the third ward. They had one. The state, I mean, it didn't surprise me that the state how what they handed down on the lawsuit, that wasn't surprising to me. How you gonna go to the same people? I say this all the time when people say, "Oh, we should be in Lansing. Y'all should be suing Lansing. Y'all should be going to Lansing for help." The same people, as Eric Mays would say, that has their political knee on our neck. You think them gonna be the same people that's gonna help us? If they, it's Miss Gladys sat right here in this chair and told you it's a one big oiled machine. Do you really think the state is going to say, "Oh, yeah, go ahead with the election results and put Miss Biggs in there so they can do an audit and find out that we all done fucked up the money"? I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I'm just going to keep praying that 4 stick together and the other 4 do whatever they got to do. And if we got to roll it, somebody can hand down some type of special ordinance. They make up rules for everything else, don't they? Get a special rule and have another election if you want to. But they should use the results that they got. Put Miss Biggs in the seat. We tried it y'all way for a year. We tried Liddell and Candace for a whole year. Over a year. Because Mr. Mays was only president from what? November to January? And then Hindenroder took over. Then when she left, if I'm not mistaken, then Liddell take over then. So we've been rolling with Liddell's power of terror for a long time. So it's time for somebody else. It's time for Jonathan Jarrett and Jerry Winfrey Carter. It's time. Let the other side. And if they can't get it right, nobody can ever say, "Well, did nobody give them a chance?" This is what democracy looks like. Democracy doesn't look like we don't get who we don't want for president and vice president, so we keep breaking quorum. No. And they done that twice. So it's no way in hell I would pass anything to special affairs. That's just me, in my opinion. I wouldn't pass shit to special affairs. I wouldn't pass nothing to council. I wouldn't send anything anywhere. We would sit there and we would look at each other. When is the next meeting for the third ward seat? How about that for a change? They so concerned about North Side Pride, but don't you think the North Side and the third ward need some representation? I don't know. That's all I got.
And here we is. Well, man, you gonna have to get an election. That's the only way you gonna change something. That folk gonna stick together. But family, we almost at that 11 o'clock hour. Yeah, that was always shit. Then they go to appointments. You know, they'd rather burn Flint down before they put Miss Biggs in that seat. But family, we at the time. I enjoyed y'all for the day. I got to go.
Deborah Clark. That's her name.
Gotta go pay some bills today. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at this time again. In peace, family. See you tomorrow.